if your next trade will be a winner or a loser. But if you follow your strategy and take enough trades, you'll start to see the probabilities play out. The problem, he says, is that most traders approach the market as if each trade is an isolated event with no connection to the past or future. They place a trade and immediately start hoping for a win. And when they lose, they're disappointed because they expected the trade to go a certain way. But that expectation is the enemy of rational thinking. Douglas urges traders to stop viewing each trade as a do-or-die situation. Instead, they should approach every trade as just one of many, knowing that some will win and others will lose. It's the overall outcome that counts. The key to this approach is risk management. By managing your risk and making sure that your winners are bigger than your losers, you create a scenario where even if you lose more than you win, you can still make money. This is because, over time, the probability of success works in your favor. For instance, if you have a 60% win rate, you can expect to win on 6 out of 10 trades. But the key is not to focus on the outcome of each individual trade. Focus on sticking to your strategy, managing risk, and accepting that losses are part of the process. Douglas emphasizes that successful traders are those who think in probabilities and who embrace uncertainty. They don't need to know what will happen next. They understand that the market is constantly changing, and the only thing they can control is how they respond.
This ain't signals and shiny indicators, it's raw skill, real setups, supply and demand, psychology and precision. If you're ready to level up, you're in the right place. Every trade has a reason, every move is calculated. I'm here to break it all down, live trades, breakdowns, game plans, so you can stop guessing and start executing like a pro. Lock in, take notes, and remember, amateurs react, professionals anticipate. This game rewards patience, but punishes hesitation. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it right. The setup speaks, the chart tells a story. Are you listening? Most people chase the move, we prepare for it. Zoom in, lock in. Let's get into it.
Alright, part two of working on my trading course, not trading album, trading course. This is part 2. I was on for a little while. I had to disconnect, had to eat. The main reason also was because I was using like just random music that I like, and of course I don't have the copyrights to that. I don't have permission to use it, so I don't know if YouTube was like blocking the transmission a little bit. So I came back with my music because now hold on, let me fix this. What's wrong with this? This one, I guess, this side. Okay. Yeah, the main thing is to work on the course, and yeah, we Gucci. All right, let's see. So this is where we was at. So as I said, I already recorded the videos for section 1. Section 1 is all good. Section 2, we worked on the quizzes on the previous live. We did the quizzes, and all of this right here. We cleaned it up. We made everything, we condensed, or what's the word? I'm looking for a word. It's like wherever we could fit, like for example, if 7 and 8 were like, we could just condense them or put them together into one, consolidated. It's trading, consolidated. So we consolidated a bunch of things here, and everything is looking good. So we will be working on the lectures. Now let me see, should I work on the lectures or should I work on the actual titles? Now let's work on the lectures, because the lectures will help me like record. Like once I'm recording, I will be like working on the slideshows, right? The slideshow. So I said lecture, but slideshow. If I work on the slideshow, that's gonna help me record. It's gonna make it easier for me. So maybe I should work on, let's see, section 3 and section 4. Okay, my main goal is to come out with the first part as soon as possible. Obviously the course July 1st, but the first part, or maybe the first part is July 1st, right? I'm trying to do it, I mean, as soon as possible. July 1st would be like, I definitely gotta have something out, but if I could have like part 1 and 2 by July 1st, that would be even better. But let me see, trading fundamentals for complete beginners. I could do the quizzes afterwards. I don't have to worry about the quizzes. Okay, I got it. So I'm not gonna worry about the quizzes because they took some time. Of course, we're using technology too. We're using AI. My friend Chachi, I got my friend Chachi here. My friend Chachi's helping when it comes to the quizzes. Of course, we're adding our own. I had people helping earlier. Let me see. Did I see something here? Ashton Hall. This can't be the real Ashton Hall, right? Is it? Maybe the bot, no hate speech, slurs, no spam, threats. No, this is a fake one because they're giving me a new one. Maybe we might do a morning routine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work definitely. Okay, I gotta ask myself, part 1 is gonna have what? Part 1 obviously is gonna have section 1, 2, section reading price charts like a pro. I think up to supply and demand, because if I take you guys at least up to supply and demand, you're going to be able to understand all of my live videos that I have on YouTube. You're going to understand all of my content on Discord, my trade ideas. If you want to take my trades, you can. At least you will understand them. If you don't take them, at least you could understand my trades. You can learn from them. So section 3 definitely is something that we're gonna work on now. We're gonna work on this, on the structure, on the lectures. I'm not gonna do the slideshows yet. That'll be the last thing, because once we have everything lined up nicely, it's easier to work on the slideshows. So reading price charts like a pro, introduction to supply and demand. I don't have to get into other strategies for part 1. The A+ setup. Risk management should be execution. Do I have a part for execution? Yeah, execution. Okay, so execution, we'll talk about entry, stop loss, mistakes, take profits, etc. Do I talk about A plus? Not yet. Let me see. I should have this really in supply and demand, the A plus part. This is all supply and demand, really. But this could be more. This could be more advanced, supply and demand. This could be on part 2. I don't have to. Again, as long as you understand how to take my setups, the A plus part of it could come on part 2 of the course. We don't have to hurry into it. So I'm saying part 2 for now, because this is more about the confluences. But risk management, we gotta have risk management. We can't talk about other strategies until we finish up with supply and demand. So we gotta come down with that. Introduction to supply and demand. Supply and demand, A plus, other strategies. That could all be the second part of the course. Live chart breakdowns and real examples. This we gotta bring it up. Yeah, this will be the last thing, I think. Live chart breakdown and real examples. I think this is perfect for part 1, because again, part 1 of the course doesn't, and when I say part 1 is I will be releasing this in parts at first. Eventually it will all be together. It will all be together, or volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. I could release it like that too. Most likely that makes the most sense, because I don't want to be here until December just creating a course when I could already be feeding the streets, when I could be already teaching the people that follow me, the people that connect to my live streams every day. You could already see what I'm doing. You could understand it. At least at a basic level, you should be able to understand this. So I don't need to get into the deep stuff. That stuff, if you understand the basics of how I trade, not only just how I trade, of trading. If you understand the basics of trading and the basics of my strategy, everything else, like, you will get it from the lives, the ones that I have done already, and whatever else comes in the near future. You will be able to understand what I'm talking about on Discord when I'm taking my trades, when I'm taking my setups. You will be able to understand that. So a trading plan. Do we want to be already here? Do we want this as part of part 1? Building a trading plan. I'm thinking part 1 should get people to trade demo. Let me write this down somewhere. I'll even just put it here for now. Part 1 should get people ready to trade demo and practice, right? And practice all of the concepts. This is like part 1 or volume 1. Objective. That's the main objective. The main objective for part 1 is to get people, to be able to trade demo. Part 2 will help you pretty much transition into a live account, or this is the roadmap. So this could be a roadmap. Roadmap. So volume 1. I should have this somewhere. Volume 1. Volume 2. Transition into a live account or a platform. Challenge/account. That should be volume 2. I may only have 2 volumes, so this is course 1, right? Course 1. This is the roadmap, so course 1 will get you there. course 1 probably is gonna have volume 1, volume 2. If I ever do a second course, I know it's gonna be all about profitability, becoming profitable, profitability. This part, I'm not getting ahead of myself, but kind of like establishing a roadmap of what we want to get from the course, right? Because there has to be a purpose to the course. Hold on. There has to be a purpose and something that you get out of it and that people get out of it, right? So, okay, I'm just making sure that people could see this. If they were to join on the channel, of course, I'm not tagging anybody, letting them know I'm live. So, volume 2. Oh, let me put my phone here. We got 3 people right now. How y'all doing? Did you guys connect earlier? Let me know. This is part 2 of the live, because we were live earlier working on the first 2 sections. We're working on section 3. Building your trading plan. You don't need a trading plan when you're on demo. I think the main objective is just to get you trading. Building a trading plan could just be part of volume 2. We don't need that on volume 1. That's not just gonna get you. It doesn't need to be there. Doesn't need to be there. Of course, is it important? Highly important, but baby steps. Everything is about baby steps. Futures market. Okay. Really, I have to put this. I have to put it on volume 1 because most of the people that are watching my content, you see me in the futures market. So you need to be able to read a chart. That's section 3. I will introduce you. Should I introduce people to the strategy first or to the market? That's a tricky one because I learned Forex first before I ever learned a strategy. I learned the language. I learned what lots were, pips, like currency pairs, right? All of that stuff I learned before I learned the strategy. But then I learned the futures market. But then supply and demand was transferable to the futures market. It worked the same way. The only thing is that the futures market will bring a level of complexity to the course. I do think it will bring a level of complexity. I could keep it simple, but if I start talking about contracts, expiration dates, and all that stuff, it's gonna make it a little bit more complex. What do you guys think? Should I just focus on the strategy? Because if the objective is, let's focus on the objective. The objective is to get somebody on demo. I think they need the market first before they get into the strategy. They need the market. The market will be more important, in my opinion, because you need to know what we're looking, what you're looking at, what we're talking about. It will be my job to make this digestible. Maybe on volume 2 I could get deeper, but I don't want to do double the work either. So we'll just get into it. Futures market. It's not going to be all the way down there. It has to be before. Definitely before supply and demand. And before maybe even section 3. No. You need to be able to look at a chart, right? Understand what it is. All that basic stuff. You do need the basic stuff. Or people do need the basic stuff before they need the market or understand the market, but they need to understand the market. This is my I'm just going through my thought process. but they need to understand the market before they understand a strategy that works in that market. Is it making sense? Am I making sense? So section 3 needs to stay there. Futures market. So they need trading fundamentals and reading price charts. I hate this thing on Udemy. It's so dumb. Futures market cannot go before reading price charts. Trading fundamentals, reading price charts, futures, supply and demand. Now, execution. Reading price charts. Reading price charts. I think execution, price action, execution should all be here. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? What do you guys think? Like, if you're reading price charts, we could talk about the basics. I think this is perfect as is, because we talk about the futures market. Well, you learn how to read a chart, but you don't learn a strategy just yet. I did take a course here on Udemy where they showed it simultaneously. They said, for example, this is the trend or this is support. You could take an entry here, get out here. Reading price. I think that's all. I'm gonna put it here in the price charts. Reading price charts. I think it needs to be here because I don't want to talk about charts. Don't give you an idea of where to enter. Like if we're already talking about support and resistance, if we're talking about wedges, flags, head and shoulder, like different patterns. I want to talk about where to enter at the same time. So it has to be somewhere up here. What are candlesticks and how to read them? Time frames. Tools. Your tools when we talk about trading platforms. Basic trading. So trading view tutorial, how to find markets, tools. You know what? I'm not good. Yeah, I don't have to complicate this thing. When we're talking about tools, I could talk about take profit, stop loss, and all of that with the long position tool and the short position tool. I could talk about it here. Candlesticks, time frames. I think here I'm gonna put time and time frames. Oh no, time frames. It makes sense because if I say 4 hour, every time we jump time, it goes up by 4 hours. Okay, no, I don't have to do anything extra for that. Time frames, so we understand candlesticks. Time frames, what are they, how to use them, and how to use them. Here I'm gonna plug the candlestick patterns, like candlestick patterns playlist plug. I'm gonna plug it here. I have to plug it here because I've already explained these candlestick patterns on YouTube, but I don't want to make can't make the course dependent on YouTube, because let's just say my channel gets a copyright strike or something, it gets closed, then the course is pointing to a dead, a dead link. So I could talk about the Candlestick Trading Bible. Reference. Okay, I'll do it on here. Reference. I could reference both things. Reference. The Candlestick Trading Bible and my live stream playlist going over this book. Because if the channel for some reason was to die, whatever, like something happened to it, I gotta start a new one, whatever, at least they still go to the source. And I could add it. I think I could add it. I think I could add it here. Let me see. Assignment. No, that's role play, lecture, quiz. Assignment. Can I? No, I can't just add it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna worry about quizzes at the end. I don't need to worry about them now. What are candlesticks? What are candlesticks? How to read Japanese candlesticks. You know what? That's it, because part of reading Japanese candlesticks is reading their patterns, and the patterns I could reference them on the slideshow, right? I could reference them on the course. How to read Japanese candlesticks and their patterns. Let's keep it simple. How to read Japanese candlesticks. How to read Japanese candlesticks. Boom, that's it. Pre-quiz, warm-up quiz is what we're gonna call it. How to read Japanese candlesticks. Time frames. So first, you learn how to read the candlestick, but if here I'm talking about trading view, yeah, no, it's okay. We could talk about time. Let me see. So we have time, price. Most important things: time frame. We have time running. You got to be aware of the time, and you have to be aware of the price. I think we have to put them together. If we want people to understand a candlestick, we should have them together. Time, candlestick, and time frame. We'll find the best way to use it together. It's pretty much a countdown. Time frame. Okay. Next section title is boom. After I want a lecture that hits these points. I didn't save it. Time frames. price, and the countdown. A title for that lecture. Time frames, price, and the countdown, what they really mean. I like that. Mastering time frames, not price action. This is perfect. Time frames, because you need to understand the time frames, you need to understand the price and the countdown. The countdown is related to the time frames, and you need a countdown whether you're on TradingView or your own broker. I think this is flowing great now. I love the flow so far. Quiz, how to read Japanese candlesticks, time frames, price, and the countdown, what they really mean. Reading price charts like a pro. I'm thinking, should I have okay, so here we show them how to set up a demo account and start paper trading. We do that, but right now they don't understand anything. Okay, but then we show them how to read a chart, how to read Japanese candlesticks, time frames, price, and the countdown. What they really mean, which when they're looking at candles, they know what the candle is talking about, what the candle represents. They know it represents a time frame, but they need to see the countdown as it's going. Obviously, we don't have the countdown because it's Saturday, the futures market is closed, but they will see the countdown and they will see price. So all three things move together in a sense, or they work together, because obviously once you select a time frame, it stays there. But the time moves, the countdown moves, and the price moves. So when they're able to see that, when they're able to understand that, I'm guessing at this point we want to get into trends, support, resistance. Do we want to get into all of that yet? Let's see. Market structure. Identify basic concepts in the chart. I could get rid of this. This is something I wrote. Basic patterns, quiz, price action. Do I want to get that deep into it? I mean, it is a course. So you know what? Yes, if we're going to talk about charts, I mean, this is not just a YouTube video. So if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. So yes, we're going to get into charts. But I'm also thinking about the people that quit a course, like the people that don't last that long, or the people that start all hype and then it dies down, or they just learn enough to continue on their own. So futures market, execution, supply and demand. You know what? Let's start here. Where do we end the volume 1? Brokers. We're not going to talk about brokers, live accounts, prop firms. We're not going to talk about any of that because it's for demo first. When I first started trading, I was on demo. You know what? Let's share the stream. Let's share it on Facebook. Before I do that, I don't have a... I said this on the other stream. I don't have a... Oh. Yeah, I don't have a trading Facebook, so I'm not going to share my personal one. Came back from my break. Live now. Okay, just shared it. Just shared it. Okay, so I shared it on Facebook. That's perfect. All right, let's continue. So, you know what? And that's okay. It sounds like it's a lot, but it's not. We're not going to talk about all of this in volume one. Volume one, again, is for beginners, complete beginners, and people that I want them to be able to trade on demo. So we don't need to do anything that's not related to demo. That way we get this course out. Also, a lot of people, they want to create courses and they want to do everything, and they don't end up doing anything at all. So we're not gonna be like that. We're gonna break with that. So brokers, nope. Life, nope. Trading and psychology grow, no, because on demo, there's no, the psychology effect is not the same. It's not the same. I don't care what nobody tells me. It's not the same. But of course, I'm not gonna say that for sure on the course. Like, some things I gotta leave it open because my experience is not the same as somebody else's. And yes, we are live right now. I am building my trading course in public. Building in public. That's what we're doing right now, because if you guys have any questions, anything you want me to address on the course, you know, we're gonna have it on the course. And I'm actually, let's start. Can I change the name? Put volume 1. And I'm gonna have to remove everything else eventually, but
you don't know if your next trade will be a winner or a loser. But if you follow your strategy,
let me check. Let me make sure it doesn't show any personal information.
The problem, he says, is that most traders approach the market as if each trade is an isolated event with no connection to the past or future. They place a trade and immediately start hoping for a win. And when they lose, they're disappointed because they expected the trade to go a certain way.
I need some more coffee now. I'm not gonna lie, I ate good, so got the itis, but we pick it up. We pick it up in a moment.
Approach every trade as just one of many, knowing that some will win and others will lose.
Okay.
It's the overall outcome that counts. The key to this approach is risk management.
Thinking about somebody learning how to trade on demo. That's part 1. And being able to follow me. You don't need to know about the mistakes right away. Next steps and course wrap up. I'm going to bring this up because this is going to be literally the last part of volume 1.
You can expect to win on 6 out of 10 trades. But the key is not to focus on the outcome of each individual trade. Focus on sticking to your strategy, managing risk, and accepting
next steps and course wrap up would be after supply and demand.
Successful traders are those who think in probabilities.
We're not going to talk about all the strategies on this course. The A+ setup strategy, that could be, yeah, that could be part 2, volume 2.
Is how they respond.
Again, the purpose of volume 1, part 1, is to get somebody that doesn't know anything about trading and get them to be able to trade on demo, get them to be able to understand my live streams, being able to understand my setups, being able to understand it's not just about me, but I do have a lot of content on YouTube. And the same way that I trade, there is a group of people that trades like that. So, of course, found on my Discord, not everybody on my Discord trades the same way as me, but they understand trading. At the same time, I want these people to be able to trade on demo and be able to understand what other traders besides me talk about right? They need to be able to understand everybody else's lingo, because obviously we're not stuck by the hip. So a lot of people will learn from me and they will leave, and that's it. Maybe that's all they need from me. It's pretty much like a shop. Like, I'm creating products, I'm putting things out there for you to consume, for the world to consume. But when you go to a store, you don't stay there forever. You get what you need and you leave, and I'm okay with that. Now, I know that there are people, quick parenthesis, I know that there are people that like to honor whoever they learn from. They like to honor the people that helped them along the way, and I'm grateful. Anybody that wants to honor me along the way, if I helped you in your journey and you want to help me, like, first of all, or honor me. If you want to honor me, like, I'll be grateful. I'll be grateful. Even simply just mentioning that you learned from me, that's gonna help the channel. That's gonna help everything that I'm doing. Anybody that wants to help with a contribution, I do have a Cash App. The Cash App is the best place, mainly because, of course, I'll be able to directly improve everything that I'm doing, whether it be on the channel, even on the streams. Let me show y'all something. I want to get this. Let me show y'all. I'm looking to getting this at some point. It's the streaming backpack. So I believe the main benefit for me and this channel and for you is that I'll be able to actually go out and stream. And I guess the difference between the streaming backpack and like doing it over like just with my phone, not only is going to be the quality, I think, and I haven't looked so far into it, I'm still looking into it, but I think the main, like, one of the main benefits is also going to be the quality. I don't know how it would make it not lag at all, because that looks like, let me read it. Let's do this together real quick. This is actually something that I would like to get to improve the channel, to improve the experience, to improve the content. It's $2,000, $2,095. Let's see, the IRL backpack streaming kits, I guess it's a few. So for indoor and outdoor, mainly for outdoor live streaming, this is something that I would like to do, especially as I get to like meet other people, other traders. Not even other traders, maybe people that are starting out their trading journey. Maybe I could go to them, talk to them, like spend some time with them, have conversations, go to a restaurant, like, I don't know, like, content ideas, they will come, they will go, but this is something that I'm looking into. Outdoor live stream solution, has a camera. Let's see, what's the hype with this? Let's see. Solo Pro bonding encoder, power was that 99 watts, so an external battery, Sony camera, well, that's optional, a tripod, modems. So for okay, so choose to bundle 2 or 4 Solo Connect modems for worry-free streaming on local cellular networks around the world. Oh, no SIM cards needed. This is the part. Okay, this is what I was wondering about. I'm like, how? Because I've been hearing other streamers talk about the streaming backpack, but I was wondering, I'm like, if you're still streaming off of your cell phone, it's still gonna lag at some points. But Solo Connect modems, this is actually the important part, it looks like. Okay, worldwide coverage. One set of hardware will cover you worldwide. No more messing with SIM cards. Compatible switch. Okay, region at any time. Currently available. I thought he said not available. North America. Okay, reliable bandwidth. You never need to rely on just one connection. Okay, this is what sells it for me. Forget about everything else. Like, I don't care too much about everything else. This is something, yeah, that matters. This is like, these are the things that I'm talking about, the things that I want to do to grow the channel, little by little, step by step, baby steps, right? But every contribution will help me invest in equipment like this. Like, we got equipment here. Oh, they even just got, I would even just get the card. Like, I don't even, if I could use the card, use it on my phone, like, I would be cool with that. I think I will be cool with that. So I'm gonna bookmark this. Okay, so you saw like these are the things that I want to do to grow the channel. I'm building in public. I'm not hiding my plans. I might be hiding my goals, right? I'm not telling people my goals because like the goals, you don't want to tell people your goals. There's even like studies that show that if you tell people your goals, and I guess that's slightly, but if you tell people your goals, that like your brain acts as if you already did it, and it kind of like it moves on, forgets about it. Like you lose that desire to really make it happen. So, but in this case, the main reason why, hold on, what is this doing? The main reason why I'm saying it is because I'm showing you like what a contribution for the channel, like what it would do, like the things that we're working towards. So for example, like being able to do outdoor streaming, I'm gonna look more into this. I just like I've been hearing about the streaming backpack, but I was like the main thing I'm looking for is like, because they're talking about it like, oh, you won't lag or anything like that, but this is really the key. So if I could do the kit without doing everything else, I mean the modem, if I could do the modem without everything else, it's a wrap. Like I'll be able to do more content for the channel. I would love to meet people that don't know anything about trading, get them into trading, right? Start them. I think that would be great content, and go from not knowing anything to trading. At first, a demo account, and eventually their own money or a prop firm. So that's something that I would like to do. So I guess I'm telling you one of my goals, and now my brain is gonna like say, move on from it, right? But I'm just showing y'all. So if y'all want to contribute to the channel, so I could eventually invest in things like this, this is the Cash App. That will be the best place, easiest place, at Yo Javi Trades. You could take a screenshot of this, you could scan it, whatever. So at Yo Javi Trades, Yo J Javi with a J, JAVI Trades. That will be the best way. But let's continue with the course. Hold on real quick. So, okay, reading price charts, futures market, introduction to supply and demand. Supply and demand A+, no. So, introduction to supply and demand. Next steps and course wrap up. Yeah, I think that will be great. That will be perfect for volume 1. Okay. Reading price charts like a pro. Futures market. Volume 1, introduction to supply and demand. And because technically, again, this part, introduction to supply and demand, this is what's gonna help you understand my trading style. It's gonna help you understand all of my 40 plus live streams that I've made talking about supply and demand. The live trades that I've took or that I have taken, you will be able to understand them. So we already set up earlier. I helped y'all set up on the course, a demo account, so you will be able to read the charts, understand what you're looking at. You're gonna be able to understand the futures market. I'm not gonna get into Forex here. If you want a Forex course, I could always recommend something. You could always hit me up. I could recommend something, but futures is where it's at for traders in the United States. So supply and demand, next steps, and course wrap up. And that's it. Everything else, let's see. Oh, live chart, breakdowns, and real example. We gotta put this for after supply and demand. And not even as a section. We could just have it as a lecture. Yeah, let's not complicate, things. So introduction to supply and demand, live chart and breakdown, real examples. Yeah, let's consolidate. Consolidation is good too. Like, we don't like consolidation on the markets, but consolidation serves a purpose. And it does serve a purpose. It serves a purpose here. So marking zones on real charts, that should be in here. Supply and demand, institution, spotting zones. Spotting and marking. Marking of zones. We'll change it. We'll make it better, but that's just to get rid of it here. We're consolidating. Case study, winning and losing trades. We could do that. That could be part 2. Because that's getting deeper into explaining why something won, why something lost, right? So spotting up, marking, imbalances, liquidity, order flow. No, this is in other strategies. So liquidity, imbalances, all that stuff. I could put it here for now. I'll put it here for now, but technically that could be here too. So I'm gonna say duplicate. So for volume 2, we'll decide where it goes. But for volume 1, live chart, breakdown, and real examples. We consolidating this. So introduction, right? Identifying S&D zones. Okay, so we need to get rid of this. What is supply and demand in trading? This we don't need to have it. This could be inside of this. What is supply and demand in trading? Marking of zones. Oh, okay, I know how to do it. We're gonna consolidate this, but we definitely need high probability. We got to talk about the gap. The gap is definitely something we have to talk about, which is, imbalances, gaps, fair value gaps, right? Fair value gaps. We got to talk about gaps. So we have the zone. This right here, I'm going to take it out because this could go on the actual slideshow, right? On the slideshow, on a slide. Well, let's consolidate. So this consolidate the heck out of it. Just put it here. Okay, so we could get rid of it now. We don't need it here. Like, we are looking at the core. What is supply and demand? Identifying zones. Identifying supply. Oh, what happened? Okay, let's go back. I try to publish. Oh, don't publish that. Identifying, I guess, supply and demand zones where buyers or sellers. It sounds better to say buyers and sellers, but supply and demand, supply is sellers, so let's keep it consistent. Sellers and buyers live. Oh, because it's an assignment, that's why. Okay, I get it now. I didn't peep that. I didn't look at it. Okay, we do that here. Get rid of the assignment. They could do that later. I mean, I could add it later. So what is supply and demand? We could talk about that later. Identifying. So what is supply and demand? Identifying zones. Let's just say zones. Where buyers and sellers live. So I explain what supply is, I explain what demand is, then we identify the zones. We identify the zones where the buyers are, where the sellers are, right? This is live, right? So what is supply and demand? Identifying the zones. Then we talk about gaps. Then we can talk about high probability. But because this is the core. This is the core of my live streams. This is the core of my, like, on my Discord. When you see me taking a trade, this is the core. So high probability versus low probability setups. So we actually got to talk about setups. So identifying setups. So there's supply and demand. Identify. Oh, that's a word here. Foundational trading vocabulary. Setups. Setup. Guys, don't worry. Guys, girls. Yeah, setups. Or setup. We're just drafting. Obviously, it's not going to look like this. It's going to be all very organized. I'm going to have images that we're going to create. But okay, so supply and demand. We got base, so 3 confluences. So I'm just going to say for now basic. So 3 confluences for A. For A plus setups, and that's going to be, it's going to be BOS. Oh, we gotta talk about the entry. It's gonna be, okay, BOS, the gap. But I don't have to say it here. I could just say it in the course, right? So we have to talk about the entry and targets. Entry. Gotta talk about risk management. So it could be risk management. No, we gotta talk about it. So it is the entry and risk management. Yeah, entry and risk management, I think, would be the best way to break this down. This is more like a 3 basic confluences, or 3 fundamental, 3 core confluences for a basic A plus setup. 3 core confluences for a basic A plus setup. Now that sounds wordy. We're gonna change it, but let's get Chachi to improve this. Improve this. Oh, and why it matters in trading. I like that. So what is supply and demand and why it matters in trading? I love that. I love that because if you don't understand why it matters, you're not going to understand it. So how to identify zones where buyers and sellers take action. Hey, I like that language. More live, more. It makes you want to take action as well. Understanding gaps, what fair value gaps really mean. This is more descriptive. Spotting high versus low probability trade setups. Well, technically supply and demand setups. setups. Trade setups. Spotting high versus low probability supply and demand trade setups. Or just setups. I mean, by this point, they're gonna hear me say it a lot. Okay. So, what is supply and demand and why it matters in trading? How to identify zones for buyers and sellers here, understanding gaps, spotting high versus low probability supply and demand setups, 3 core confluences. Okay, this one. The key 3 confluences. There we go. The 3 key confluences behind an A+ trading setup. I love how smooth and buttery like everything is looking. How, of course, I'm given the structure. The structure is there, but with Chachi, you know, if you guys don't know, we came up with this name earlier. Chachi is my friend, ChatGPT. So Chachi just made everything just flow smooth and buttery. Like, change the you know, the titles that I gave it. And it's buttery now. What is supply and demand and why it matters in trading? How to identify zones where buyers and sellers take action. Understanding gaps, what fair value gaps really mean. Spotting high and low probability supply and demand setups. The 3 key confluences behind an A+ trading setup. I have to talk about it because that's part of the core strategy. Entry and risk management. Let's see how it did it. Smart entries. But it's not smart entries and managing risk like a pro. That sounds good, like if it was a YouTube title, but I don't like it. I don't like it for the course. I don't like this. Sounds good for a YouTube video, but not for a serious trading course. So why? Because we don't do no smart entries, right? We do break of the candle entries. So it's specific. Chachi, come on, that's my name for you. For you, by the way. Chachi, ChatGPT, your name. For me, it's Chachi. All right. Got it, Chachi. No fluff, no smart nonsense. We're keeping it really specific. Appreciate the clarity. Here's a tighter, more accurate title that reflects your style and the actual method. Lecture 30, entry strategy and risk management. No, but risk management, and I get it. Entry strategy and risk management using break of the candle, but this kind of goes here, not here. Risk management, we start at 1-to-1s and we use runners. Okay, Chachi, come on. Break of the candle entry and risk management. It's more like this. So more like this, Chachi. But for risk management, we have an initial target and a runner. So somehow, let it be known, keeping it short, G. Break of the candle entry, but I don't want to like give it away fully on the title, you know, even though people won't beginners are not going to know what that means until they see it. Break of the, maybe I'll keep it. Break of the candle entry, initial target and runner strategy, but this is still risk management. So what the hell? I still need this to be risk management. But hit at, yeah, the target, exit, and runner. I guess the runner is the exit, but one of the runners is an exit. Break of the candle entry and full risk management. Target, stop, runner. Target, stop, runner. Okay. We could work with this, with something like this. Break of the candle entry and risk management with target and runner. With target, yeah, entry and risk management. Break of candle, target and runner. I like this better only because it talks about the entry, but then it talks about risk management, breaking it down into, oh no, but break of the candle is here, so it's keeping it separate. I like keeping it separate. Break of the candle entry. I'm not gonna do two different lectures because I'm showing you what to do after you enter. After you enter, you have your risk management. Break of the candle entry and risk management with target and runner. I like that. I like that better. With target and runner. Risk management. Okay, so supply and demand. Let's go back from the top to the bottom. Well, on here on section 5. What is supply and demand and why it matters in trading? How to identify the zones. I gotta talk about how to draw. So it's kind of like, oh no, don't get out, no, what did I do? Okay, how to identify and draw the zones where buyers and draw. I think this one, or how to draw, identify. The thing is that it sounds like it's the same thing, but it kind of is not, because you could identify the zone where sellers and buyers are, but drawing that zone is specific. Yes, the sellers and buyers are there wherever we're at. Doesn't have to be super specific, but when it comes to the strategy, you gotta put the box in a specific area. So how to identify and draw. I'm gonna say draw for now. Zones. What about this one? Thoughts. Oh, hold on. Not no V. I said drop it on me. Come on, Chachi. Yeah. Solid direction, Chachi. I think I like this one. How to identify and draw key buyer and seller zones. How to mark zone. Yeah, marking them. Mark zones where buyers and sellers. So mark. Maybe just how to identify and mark. Just the word mark. I think this is better. How to identify and mark zones where buyers and sellers take action. For those who don't know, again, I mean, it should be obvious now, but I'm working on my trading course, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Pro Level Trading. The 3 key, and I'm doing it in public. I'm building in public because if you guys have questions, you could ask and I could add it now. Once I'm finished, once I'm done with the course, that's it. I'm done. Like, that's what's going out. So, well, for volume one. But if you guys like the course, you know, we're gonna have, if you guys like the course, and want the sequel, we'll continue with volume 2 and possibly another course where it's all going to be about profitability. But I can't get into the profitability course until I'm at a specific level that I want to be at, because I want to live what I preach. So I can't talk about, for example, making thousands a month. You know, I can't do that, or thousands a minute. I can't do that until I'm there. So it's okay, because by the time you guys go through the content, go through your journey, go through your demo account, like start trading, or whoever goes through this course, by the time they do all of that, hopefully I should be there. You know, as long as God gives me health, as long as God gives me life, you know, and I wake up to see another day, then I should be there. So a lot of times we make plans, and the only reason why I say this is because we make plans, but we don't know what God has in store for us, right? So break of the candle entry and risk management, target, runner. But I feel like I have to close this section. So how to draw and mark how to identify and mark the zones. You need to understand the gap, spotting high versus low probability, trading demand setups, the three confluences, break. So the entry and risk management with your targets, runner and stop loss, right? But that's all going to be there with the target. Risk management with stop loss is in risk management, so I'm not going to add the word stop loss. Risk management with target and runner. So let me look at a chart to see if I'm missing anything from supply and demand. Okay, step number 1, right? I identify the zone, mark it up, then I look for the confluences, marking the zones, understanding gaps, I think understanding gaps goes before marking up zones, because how to identify, but then gaps goes with high probability versus low probability. So let's consolidate. We have to consolidate because this is fine. We could see where it's at, mark the zone, and then identify if it's high or low probability based on the gap. Based on fair value gaps. High versus low probability. Oh no, I could just keep that and just put setups, or S and D setups based on fair value, based on B, or it's only one gap really, so on a fair value gap, on a specific fair value gap. For now I'm going to keep this. I'm going to get rid of this one. We're consolidating where we can, and we're going to make this shorter, or make it better, make it buttery biscuit, right? We're gonna make it better. But then the three confluences. So once we have that, we need one. We did speak about indicators here, so one of the confluences will be an indicator. So I'll have it here. Inside of this, we'll talk about the indicator. Right, we could break it down there. I don't have to create a whole lecture for the indicator. So less is more. Whenever you're doing anything, less is more. Less is more. Try to consolidate, try to simplify. We're not trying to do a lot just for the sake of doing a lot. I want people, new traders to understand what trading is, how I'm trading, and of course, if you're consuming my course, most likely you will be consuming you are consuming already my videos. So again, let me put this here for anybody that that wants to contribute to what's going on here, to the channel, to the efforts, I just sent the Cash App. Again, you could do that if you want. You're not obligated, but that's helping with the whole process, is helping with the time that we're investing into this. Like, this channel is not monetized, so it's not like I'm getting paid for this. Of course, eventually it will attract people to the Discord, but we're not there yet. Like, that's not where we're at right now. So right now is literally, we're doing this off the mud, like literally off the mud. So we're doing this also with faith, a lot of faith that things are going to work out, not just for me, but for everybody that locks in, everybody that works hard, everybody that has faith. And that's definitely the energy that I want to put out. We gotta believe, we gotta have faith, but not just believe, not just hope. We gotta put in the work. We gotta put in the work when we don't see results. We have to put in the work when nobody's supporting you, when nobody's supporting me. We gotta put in the work when we have 0 people on the stream, or 3 people, or 2, or 10, or 15. We haven't gotten to 15 yet. I think the highest was 12. We gotta put in the work no matter what, because people are not going to be the one to give us growth, to give us success. Other people are not. Yes, the people watching, supporting, for example, a YouTube channel, that will definitely make the channel grow. But you don't ever depend on just a single person. Like, don't ever think that your trading is based off of me, for example. Like, because, for example, if I just quit trading today, right now, I stop at, I delete my channel, you can't think, oh, I can't learn how to trade anymore because the person I was learning from, they quit. No, like, even when I was learning, at least learning all the core stuff, if they would have stopped trading, I didn't have the mindset that if they stop, I'm done. No, you're your own person. There are millions of resources out there. Of course, I'm working to become the resource for the type of people that I want to target, which is people who struggled financially, either all of their lives or just as an adult, a family man, family woman, providers, people, just pretty much the middle class, right? The middle class, providers. I don't really target kids. I don't target teenagers. I don't do any of that because, first of all, I'm not a teenager anymore. I am a man, a father. I have responsibilities. I'm a husband. So I understand the struggles that come with the struggles and the pressure that comes with all of that responsibility. So that's why the content that I put out reflects the type of person that I am. Yes, it does. But it does because I know I'm not the only husband in the world. I know I'm not the only father in the world. I know I'm not the only man in the world, right? And it's not just targeted for men. It's targeted for men, women, mainly providers. Providers, people that struggled. We're looking for a way to get out of the struggle. We're working on solutions. That's it. So let's continue here. So this one, let's improve this one. Okay, you know what? We'll put it here like this. And we're gonna put this in here. S&D, pair value gaps. We're gonna put the abbreviations. That's the vocabulary. Abbreviations. I guess I could do abbreviations here. A lot of these ones are going to be S&D, abbreviation. I mean, not abbreviations, fair value gaps. Break of structure, break of the candle, EMA, VWAP, yeah, and so on. Spotting high versus low probability S&D setups using fair value gaps. Fair value gaps. Okay, spotting high versus low probability S&D setups using fair value gaps. I think that's good because we defined it earlier. That's something that they should be going through. The three key confluences behind an A+ trading setup. An A+ setup. Let's just shorten it. Break of the candle entry and risk management with target runner. We could keep it long because break of the candle entry, once I show it, it's simple. It's simple, but risk management, I didn't really speak about that. That should be up here at the beginning. Here, trading fundamentals for complete beginners. What is it, or what it is, and how? Yeah, foundational trading vocabulary, financial markets. Okay. Trading platforms. So what it is? Trading platforms, basic. I gotta put risk management. Here. Foundational trading vocabulary. That's here. That's definitely. But it's a concept more than vocabulary, so I gotta put it in here. It's fundamentals, trading fundamentals. We got risk management. And it has to be its own thing. Yeah, risk management, it has to be its own lecture. Risk management, all about risk management. Okay. Let's get Chachi to give us. Let's do this. Went back to section 2 and added a section on risk management because of course it is fundamental but crucial. I wrote, but make it better if you think so, I guess, right? I know that's not a thunder. Risk management fundamentals, protecting your account, but it's not just. Oh, I like this. I like risk management 101, how to stay in the game, understanding risk, the most important. Okay, I do like this one. Does it lend itself to talk about risk? Which I'm sure it does, but I'm just trying to get risk to reward ratios. Talking about that, we gotta do RRR, risk to reward ratio. Yes, risk management lends itself to discussing risk reward ratios. Yeah, it's 101. Yep. Longevity. Okay. Why poor RR setups destroy consistency and so on. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna put risk management 101, how to stay in the game. Sorry. My apologies. I try not to cough in your ears, but I don't cough because I'm sick. Sometimes it's like I just be talking for so long. I got my water, but sometimes I don't drink it and my throat gets dried, and yeah. I'll be honest. I don't know. I gotta check like with new streamers, but I don't know. I'm not even nervous. Like I'm not nervous. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just being me. but I think my body still acts like it's like fight or flight. Not scared, but my body itself is like I'll start noticing certain things even more. Usually I don't cough or anything like that on the regular, but then my mouth gets dried. I don't know. It's weird, but I guess I don't know. I'll have to look at, like, go on Reddit and see other streamers if they go through any of that. I don't know if it's maybe like the first few months of streaming and then the body just kind of like gets used to it. Because at first, I'm telling you, the first time I was like, I wasn't shaking on camera or anything, but like before I was just anxious about it. Now I just love it. Like I could be here all day. But of course, I'm not trying to be on if I don't have anything valuable to do, to show, to build. Like I gotta bring value to the table. That's the type of person I am. And if it's not bringing value to at least one person, then there's no point on doing it. So, trading platforms, okay. Risk management 101, how to stay in the game. Question is, why is it not saving? Do I gotta get rid of something? It is trading fundamentals. I don't see that it's raining outside, but I'm hearing thunders. I hope that the electricity doesn't go out, the power doesn't go out. If it does and the stream ends, you'll know why it ended, because that happened last time. So it only happened once, but just in case. Eventually I'm gonna get like a tower. I forgot what it's called, like a power supply type of tower or something. So if the electricity goes out or the power goes out, at least my stream and the internet could keep going. I hope, as long as the router is still on, I don't think it should mess up the internet. So we gotta talk about it, I think, right after vocabulary. Foundational trading vocabulary, risk management. Now I see that this is flowing smooth like butter. Yeah, because we gotta talk about the main things, the important things. We have to do that. Like, risk management is too important not to have it right here in trading fundamentals. Like, that's part of trading fundamentals. Okay, so, and I gotta clean up the other ones, but let's finish up with supply and demand. Let me do something so we could get rid of all of this. Let me actually open up like a Word, not Word. Let's do it on Google Drive so I don't have to save it locally. I'm gonna put everything else that's not gonna go on the course. I'm just gonna write it down. For volume 2. Okay, so okay, volume 2. Let's put everything else on volume 2. So supply and demand. We're gonna finish this up, but let's finish it up and then we put everything else on volume 2. Introduction to supply and demand, break of the candle entry, and risk management with target and runner. And then so of course we need two things. We need a quiz. This is the warm-up quiz at the beginning. Warm-up quiz at the beginning. Supply and demand. Okay, then we have the quiz at the end. I'm just gonna put quiz for now. But before that, there will be an assignment for them, of course. If I do a practice test, add a practice test. Let's see. Find setups. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We have it here. Live chart. Okay. What I was trying to do is already down here. So we could do the quiz. Break of the candle. So here we're going to go deep into it. That way, like, I don't have to cram everything into supply and demand here. This is the introduction. So break of the candle. Then we got the quiz. And then we get warm up quiz. Obviously, we don't need it at the end. Okay, live chart. So we have a warm-up quiz. Then we have maybe not everything needs a warm-up quiz, but you know what? Yes, because I want repetition really helps people memorize and learn, but mainly memorize. So we're gonna do a lot of repetition throughout. Like, repetition is really gonna help. We're not doing this live chart breakdown and real examples. Maybe I go over, I think, 5 supply setups, just so the repetition. So 5 supply setups, 5 demand setups, 5 high probability supply setups, 5 high probability. And I think I should have both for people to understand what they look like. 5 high probability and high demand. Five high probability supply setups, 5 high probability demand setups. If I'm gonna do low probability too, do I want to do it side by side? 5, like the first one, high probability supply. Second setup, it will be a low probability supply, and so on. Like, do I want to do it side by side so people see the difference right then and there, or do I just want to show high probability all the time and then you see the low probability, why something is low probability? And if so, how? I think I'm just gonna do this, watch. Man, I gotta give people enough. High probability supply, low probability supply, high probability demand. That's what we need to do. Yeah, because people need to see what both of them look like, but have enough meat, no diddy, to understand why something is high probability, why something is low probability. High probability, low probability, those are supplies, and then demands. Like, I gotta give people, they're investing their time into the course, whether they're already on Discord and they're not paying anything else for anything else. Let me add this. As you're going through the course, as long as you're on Discord, we could set a one-on-one to discuss things from the course. I'm gonna do my best so you don't have any questions, but of course, we're human, we're gonna have questions that I may not have answered on the course. There's gonna be many different people going through it. So if you have questions or anything, all you have to do, as long as you're part of my Discord, is you just set up a time, like send me a DM. We set up a time to go over the course, like whatever questions you have, we just do it. If you're not part of the Discord and you still want to have a one-on-one, my time is valuable. That's not going to be free. You know, it's what's the word? Complimentary? I can't say it, but I think it's complementary. It's additional, there's no additional fee. Like, when people are on my Discord, of course, there's an investment that they're making on themselves, that they're making on the Discord. There is that investment. So you're already investing into my time. So that's fine. Like, you could set up 1, 2, 3 one-on-ones with me. It's okay. I'm not charging anything else additional. But if you're not on Discord, like, you're not invested into what we have going on here, of course, then people got to pay for my time. Like, and it's not going to be cheap. Like, it's going to be over $500, you know, for the hour, because like my time is valuable. So just make sure that you're on the Discord so you could ask as many questions as you want. The Discord is only $59.99 per month. So, you know, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here for people. I'm leaving it in the comments.
If you have a 60% win rate, you can expect to win on 6 out of 10 trades. But the key,
okay, it's there.
Focus on sticking to your strategy, managing risk.
It's there in the comments. You'll see it. But yeah, that's all included. Like, I'm gonna tell you the real. But anyway, let's continue. High probability and low probability demand.
They understand that the market is constantly changing, and the only thing they can control is how they respond.
Okay, so here we go. So section 6 has live chart breakdown and real examples, warm-up quiz, which, yeah, we want repetition. 5 high probability setups, supply setups, high probability or low probability supply setups, then 5 high probability demand setups, and 5 low probability demand setups, and then a quiz. You know, quiz assessment, they're gonna need like an assignment. Find your own high probability setups, for example. Assignment could be the very last thing, like get the quiz and then go through the assignment. Live chart breakdown and real examples. Whoa, don't delete it. I guess the benefit of building in public is that if I was to delete that whole thing, I could always come back to the live and see what everything was, write it all in here. I mean, that would be the benefit. I don't like this title. I'm not Chachi, you're Chachi. Okay, real chart examples, applying what you've learned. Putting it all together. Live market examples, I love that one. Live market walkthrough, no. Chart review, no. Analyze, no. This, we're putting it all together. Live chart, nope. Putting it all together. Live market examples, but I don't like live market examples. Live chart, like, I want the word chart in here. I may not let me, but we'll see. I want the word chart in here somehow. It won't let me. But ChatGPT doesn't know that I have multiple accounts, multiple Google accounts. So let's log into another one. and continue, right? Okay, so here we go. Live chart examples in the market. Yeah, live market walkthroughs with charts. But this is like too wordy. Putting it all together, charting, no, chart. I want the word chart. Chart. So I think this one works. Putting it all together, live chart examples in the market. Now, real quick, you might be thinking like, okay, why always using ChatGPT? Like, we gotta think for ourselves, and that's true. We do have to think for ourselves. I believe in that. We have to do it. At the same time, this is a whole course. I'm not, wherever I could save time, I'm gonna save time. Like I'm already structuring everything. Like you see me, I'm going through the whole structure, but when it comes to making these improvements, we're gonna use AI to go through them quicker and not get hung up on a word, get hung up on a way to say something. Like we're gonna fly through that part. Putting it all together, live chart examples in the market. Save section. Yeah. Next steps, course wrap up. Okay, now let's actually get rid of all of this. Let me check something here. Okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna play myself trying to copy this, like copy and paste all of this. I'm just gonna take screenshots. We'll get Chachi to just write it all out, and then we could just do the same thing. We could then just copy and paste once we start working on volume 2. Just like this. I mean, of course, we gotta work on the slideshow, like the power, slideshow. We gotta work on the slideshow. But once the slideshow is done, I'm gonna eat up like the recording part. I'm just gonna record. That's it. I'm just gonna go through it. I will explain everything that that I know how to do, which I'm just gonna talk. Like, I'm not gonna complicate it. I'm not gonna be like all robotic, like, hey, welcome to my first trading course or volume 1. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna talk how I know this, and we're gonna share what we know, right? So section 8, section 9, section 8, section 9, section 10. We're gonna get rid of all of that. You're gonna see. Section 11. Section 12. Section 13. And you have to understand, when you're creating anything, like, we have so much to give. We have so much to give, especially once you've been doing something for a while. There is a lot that you have to give, but somebody that's new, it's all about baby steps. They don't know everything that you know, so you could fly through something, but it will take them time. It took you time to learn something. So we have to split it up. We have to give bite-sized chunks. And people will, I think people will enjoy this more, learn better, All right, let's start deleting all this stuff here. back testing, forward testing. We could talk about that. Yeah, we could talk about that. Volume 2. We just got to get people understanding my streams, my Discord, and being able to take their own trades on demo. That's it. That's all volume 1 needs to do. We don't need a huge scope on volume 1. We're gonna keep creating. As long as we have life, as long as we have breath in our lungs, we're gonna keep creating. I don't know why they all are just kind of like going up. Is that what it's doing? It's just deleting the section but not the content? Are you stupid, Udemy? Is that what's going on? I know you cannot be that stupid. I guess we'll know. Let me pay attention to it. So lecture 45 is inside of section 9. I know they're not that freaking stupid. So break and retest. If it's outside now, Udemy is freaking stupid. Let's see. Yeah, 45. Break and retest. Oh no. It's just, yeah. It's just bringing everything else up at the same time. Are they stupid? Is somebody from Udemy watching? If you're watching at some point in the future, this has to change. That's stupid. If people delete the section, they want the section gone. They don't want everything coming up. Stupid. Come on. You got us doing this one by one. And yes, I'm sharing everything. I'm sharing my whole journey. Like even having to do this annoying thing. One by one. Like we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. My goal is that one day my kids and my son, like, they see this and they understand what it took to get to whatever level we get to, whatever level God allows us to get to. They're gonna see the process. I want them to see it, because your kids, especially my Tyler, like, he's too young to really understand the work that I'm putting in. But one day he's gonna be an adult. One day he's gonna have to work. And my goal is that he works for me for, while he learns. But of course, I want to set him up too. Like, I want him to learn what work is. But once he knows, like, like working, it sucks. Now, like working for other people, for, like that type of thing. Once he realizes that sucks, like once he's ready, then I want to put a stack, like a good bag, Of course, we're gonna start him off, maybe a little 500, like maybe. But at some point, once I see him trading responsibly, which he's learning how to trade, he's 2 years old, but he's already learning how to trade. He knows what the body of a candle is, the wick. He knows when the market is going up, when it's going down. So if he follows my steps and he goes crazy with the trading, at some point, when he's ready, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for him to develop that emotional maturity. But at some point, maybe I want to be like, look, here you go. You got 50 bands. Like, maybe you got 100 bands. Like, but later on, like, he got to learn. Life got to teach him a few things. And as a parent, we don't want our kids suffering, right? But life teaches through pain. And pain, if we want our kids to learn, pain is the best teacher. And if we want to learn, we have to accept pain. We don't like it. We don't like pain. We don't like going through this whole process. But we have to. If we want to grow, we have to grow through the pain. We have to grow through it. I think they say something like the best way out of hell is through it. Getting through it. And even this right here, this is hell right now. Like come on, like, y'all stupid. Udemy, if you want to sponsor me, I'm not gonna change how I think about this right here, but you can sponsor me or not. Let's see. We'll see how you treat me, right? Yes. Okay, we're almost clean. Like, we do gotta clean up. For example, section 3, we gotta clean it up. But section 4, we also gotta clean it up. Do we want to get into execution, entry, stop loss, mistake, take profit? This could just be. No, we don't need this as a section. This could just be part of vocabulary, right? Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that as a section for volume 1. Don't get fancy. Don't get fancy, yo Javi. Or Javi, however you guys want to call me. Yo Javi. Javi. Okay. We have a solid section, up to seven sections. I think this should be enough. And if it's not enough for Udemy, then they could do something else. But I'm going to do 7 sections. Again, if it's not enough for them, it's still going to come out. I'm still at that point. I would just make it like a private playlist or something, or maybe I just have a link to like a private thing. Gumroad. I think there's like Gumroad or something. I don't know. Like, I could put it somewhere where you could only access it from the Discord. Even if I was to do unlisted videos, like, well, I can't just do unlisted because then people could just share them and everything. But trust me, they're gonna come out, and I think it's gonna be enough because obviously each section, some of them will be lengthy. So yeah, this should be enough. I mean, one video alone, if I wanted to, like, I could stretch it out to be, I think they have a limit. Like, if you want to do a paid course, I think it has to be at least like 2 hours total. But I think I could stretch one video 2 hours if I wanted to, but I'm not doing that, of course. Okay, we're gonna take a break now because I'm gonna take a coffee break. Like, I'm gonna go make some coffee. I'm gonna keep the live up. The live is gonna be up. We're gonna have it up. Let's put a timer. Should I put a timer? Market structure basics. Okay, we're gonna, when we come back, we're actually gonna clean up sections 3, 4, and 3, 4, and 7. 3, 4, 7. 3, 4, 7, and then we'll get into, we'll possibly get into the I want to say PowerPoint, but PowerPoint is Microsoft. So the slideshow. Let's get the timer. Let's get a timer. It's not gonna be this long. I'm gonna get a 20-minute timer. It's not gonna be 20 minutes, but I don't want to have to, like, if I come back, let's say I'm making coffee, whatever. Why is this doing this? This is weird. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna put 20, but it's not gonna take 20 minutes. It's not. I'm just putting 20 because I don't want to have to come back, like, and say, oh, 5 more minutes. Like, I'm not doing that. But I see that we have 3 people on. Like, yo, say what's up. Like, whoever's on, can you say what's up? Can you say hi? I want to know who's on and what comments. Do you have any comments, any thoughts about the course so far? Any comments about the course real quick before I go on break? Any comments about the course? You see what we have. Do you think we have a solid volume 1 course to get somebody from not knowing anything? Remember, yes, this right here says Ultimate Guys, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Pro Level Trading. It's still taking you to be like to that pro level trading, but volume 1, then volume 2. Like, it's still part of the same course. It's just we're gonna get parts of it coming out already, so we don't have to wait until like August, September for a course. No. It's people that could already start demo trading by July, right? I come out with this, let's just say by July, somebody starts demo trading from the course. That's already a win, because then they have August, September, October, right, to like really go hard with the demo trading. Maybe it takes them a month and a half. Maybe by September they already start trading a live account, a prop firm account. That could happen. So I'm trying to make sure that everybody gets started in their journey. I'm not trying to prolong it. So let's put the timer. If I see any questions, I guess I'll answer when I come back. Make sure that doesn't have any music. Let me make sure that Discord is seeing that. Yes, okay. So that's gonna be there. All I'm gonna do is disappear. So you'll see me when I'm back. Okay, I told y'all it wasn't gonna take 20 minutes. Didn't take 20 minutes, almost, but not 20 minutes. We are on the last stretch, of this life, because what I'll do is we're gonna clean up this whole structure, the whole content structure. But hold on real quick. Okay, we're gonna clean up the structure, and then I'm gonna go spend time with my wife, with my son. We're gonna spend time. Once they go to sleep, I'm gonna come back for a part 3, which is actually where we're gonna work through the slideshows, because I'm not gonna do the slideshows too now, because that's gonna take a lot of time. And my son is up. My son will sleep this whole time, and my wife too, right? Babe, you will sleep? Yeah, she will sleep. So I was able to get through the girth, no diddy, of this content, right? Of cleaning this up. So we're gonna go through it, and I'll come back later. I'm not gonna lie, I might come back like at 11 p.m. Maybe almost 12, who knows? But I have, and this is the game plan. Let me tell you, because yeah, I'm just gonna tell you the game plan is I'm gonna come back to work on the PowerPoint. I keep saying PowerPoint, the slideshow. PowerPoint is Microsoft. I was gonna say Microsoft Exchange. Microsoft. So no, this is not Microsoft. This is Google Drive. So the slideshow. If I finish the slideshow this night, tomorrow, the thing is, I have enough time, because I could go to sleep at like pushing it maybe 3 or 4, pushing it. If it means that I could finish the slideshow, I'll do that. Then tomorrow I just gotta go to church. We have actually tomorrow we're going to the third service, because we're gonna go through the new member orientation. So we finally found a place, a church home. We finally, after a whole year in the Tampa area, we found a place that we would like to call home, a place where we could be of service, and just a great place. So yes, I could still push, because that third service is late. I think it's at 11:15, I think, a.m. So yeah, but let's do the following. Let's actually change. I gotta change something here. I'm gonna change the name of the first stream. I just gotta put part 1, because we have part 2. Like this one right now is part 2, and it looks like we're gonna have a part 3. So might as well clean things up. I'm going through it. I know you guys can't see it. You guys will be able to see it. You know what? Let me show it. I don't care about this, right? I do care, but you guys are my audience. You guys are my supporters. So it was this one. It was this first one, which it actually did pretty well. It did pretty well. We're building everything from the mud. Like, oh, this is the one I'm on right now. Live replay, okay. Yeah, this was the first one. This is the one I'm on right now. So we already have part 2 here. So this one is part 1. Technically, can I do it here? Can I add on the end screen? Yeah, the end screen, I could do part 2. I don't know. I mean, I'm live right now, so I don't know if it's gonna let me add it, but I'm live right now, so I'll do that afterwards. Yeah, I'll do that afterwards. So we could cancel, discard changes. But we do have part 1 there in the title. So part 1, part 2, and I'll be live in Spanish on Monday at 7 p.m. Monday at 7 p.m. Schedule. It should say it. Does it say it when I? Nope. Okay. I like this thumbnail. This thumbnail here. I think it's tough, but we'll keep it just for the core stuff. I don't know, I might do something like this. All right, let's continue. Then we could close this tab. We could close this one. Close that one. Yeah, 20-minute timer. I think I'm gonna bookmark it because I used the 50-minute bookmark the other day. We're gonna use the 20-minute timer. I'm just gonna put 20-minute. Okay, that's there. I'm gonna leave this here, but again, if anybody wants to contribute, if anybody wants to support this project, if anybody wants to support my time, my efforts, and let's just say that you already know how to trade, but you want to bless the people that will be blessed by this, if you want to help other people learn, if you want to support my efforts, this is my Cash App. This is not ad, but the $ Yo Javi Trades, Javi with a J. In Spanish, the J has that ha, you know, the H. It sounds like an H in English. So Yo Javi Trades, you can support everything through that. So, and believe me, everything will help. Everything will help. So don't think, you know, that there's amounts too short, that, you know, or amounts too big. You know, we're not gonna sell everything short. No, like if you want to support in a big way, definitely support in a big way. Not only I and my family will thank you, but everybody that will benefit from the course will thank you, because of course that will be an incentive to do a part 2. Like if this one does well too, it will be an incentive. Mind you, a lot of people charge $1,000 up to like $5,000 for a course. I'm not doing none of that. It's just on the Discord for the $59.99. So we're making everything accessible for people that work hard, people that have a job, people that could do this, but you know, obviously nothing in life is free. We got to pay the price, and I'm paying the price right now. Even doing all of this, I'm paying the price, but I know that at the end of everything, there is always a reward. So okay, so this one was done. Section 1, section 2 was done. Let's clean up section 3. Okay, warm-up quiz, how to read Japanese candlesticks, time frames, price, and the countdown. So we have started. Understanding trends, support. Let's clean these up. Let me pick this pen up. Understanding trends, support and resistance, why the trend is your friend. No, but make it more simpler. Right? Understanding trends, support and resistance, why the trend is your friend. It's just the trend is your friend. Understanding trends, support and resistance. Yeah, I think so. What y'all think? I think so, because at the end of the day, you're gonna face resistance when you're in an uptrend or supporting a downtrend, and you have to understand why the trend is your friend. Why this one looks weird compared to the other ones? Oh, because it doesn't show content. Oh, because it's all the way down here. That part I don't like. Just gonna say the trend is your friend. There we go. I don't like that. And no, I'm not OCD. I'm not OCD. Not right now, right? But yes, I just didn't want to see that on the bottom. So oh, but he does have to say the trend is your friend, not trend is your friend. The trend. Hey, and it's not at the bottom. Understanding trends, support and resistance, and But for trends, we need market structure. Did we talk about market structure? Yeah, we need market structure before that. Time frames goes before. Perfect. How to read so now everything is sequential. How to read Japanese candlesticks, time frames, price, and the countdown, what they really mean, market structure basics, higher highs and higher lows. Then understanding the trend. Because of course, market structure basics. I almost want to put trends here and then support and resistance on its own. That makes more sense to me. I think that's gonna make more sense, not just to me, but to other people. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna say consolidate the two, but put support and resistance on its own lecture. Yeah, because market structure, the trend, like market structure is the trend, a part of it. Market structure and trend basics, market structure and trend basics, higher highs, higher lows. No, but you see, this is an uptrend, downtrend. So I have to change this to, because I'm giving them the answer. So it's technically uptrend, downtrend, and the trend is your friend. Did I had said that already, right? Something like this. The trend is your friend here. Market structure and trend basics, uptrend, downtrend. Okay, obviously this is a mess, but make it work. Here's a cleaner and more professional version of that title: market structure and trend basics, uptrends, downtrends, and why the trend is your friend. Market structure, right? Because when I talk about market structures, then I could talk about higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower, right? I could define uptrends, downtrends, and then why the trend is your friend. And actually, I have fresh information on this. Like through my trading has improved this past few weeks. It has improved dramatically, and I have gained so much wisdom from trading with the trend, right? That, yeah, I do have a lot of gems here. I think they're gems, you know. Yeah, so why the trend is your friend? Okay. That one goes. Market structure. Okay, this technically, hold on. We have to do this. We gotta actually put it here so we don't have to switch. Market structure and trend basics. Uptrends, downtrends. Technically, the market conditions. Should we talk about market? No. I can talk about ranges and consolidation if it fits all perfectly. Uptrends, downtrends, ranges and consolidation. I think it is important, even for somebody that wants to demo trade for now. I think I got it. Yeah, I think that's actually perfect, because my people that learn from me, you're not going to be no bum a trader. You're not. You're gonna be somebody that really knows what they're talking about. I'm not targeting lazy people to learn with me. Like, I'm not doing that. When I talk to people here, I'm talking to people who are willing to put the work in, the people that are committed, the people that are not quitters, the people that are going to make this work like me. We're gonna make this work. We're not gonna quit. We're not gonna let anything discourage us. And you need to learn at least uptrends, downtrends, ranges, and consolidation. We could talk more about market conditions on volume 2 if people want the second volume. I almost forgot I had the coffee here. Oh, the only thing is it brings this down. Market structure and trends. We could do this. Basic trends, ranges, and consolidation, because again, on the actual video, in the actual slideshow, I actually could say what the trends are: uptrends, downtrends, and we could talk then about ranges and consolidation. So market structure and basic trends, or market structure. We could talk about market structure, what it is, basic trends, ranges, and consolidation, something like this. I like this one as long as it's not too long. And we got content here. Okay. Market structure explained. I love this because for the longest, I didn't know what market structure was. People would talk about market structure and they wouldn't explain the concept in a simple level. But yes, market structure explained, trends, ranges, and consolidation basics. That's there. Understanding. Okay, this one now we could get rid of it, right? Understanding trends. Trends, but we need support and resistance. Market structure, explain. Oh, I got it. Hold on. So we could leave trends there, and then we could actually put this with support and resistance. We could do market structure, explain, trends, and then here we could talk about support and resistance, and that's because it's all related. Support and resistance. Ranges, because the ranges are inside of support and resistance, and consolidation too. And consolidation. So for the next lecture, does it need to be better? Does it need to be better? Support and resistance made simple. Spotting ranges and consolidation zones. I don't like either. I don't like either. Support and resistance, ranges, and market consolidation. And just consolidation, support and resistance. I think this one, we just have to remove market. Because what the heck are we talking about? Think about it. We've been talking about the markets this whole time. Like, what the hell? So, support and resistance, ranges, and consolidation. Support and resistance, ranges, and consolidation. That's beautiful. It's buttery. Like, look how we go from how to read Japanese candlesticks, time frames, price, and the countdown, what they really mean, market structure explained, trends. I'm not telling you what the trends are on the title. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in the actual video. We're gonna have it on the slideshow. Then we go into support and resistance, because these trends, they're gonna hit a level of resistance or they're gonna hit a level of support. So maybe key levels. No, let's leave it like that. Support and resistance, ranges, and consolidation. If I was to put key levels, it's gonna, let me see. Oh, it keeps constant there. Let me see. Let's add Chachi. What about this one, Chachi? What about this one, Chachi? Oh, this one doesn't know that she's called Chachi. But anyway, she's gonna know. I'm gonna tell her. Yeah, that's a strong title. Clear structure. Perfect. They'll know what they'll get. Key levels. I want to put key levels because a lot of traders talk about key levels. And you know what? We actually have to add that here on foundational key levels. We got to have that there. So key levels, support and resistance, because these are key levels: support, resistance, ranges, and consolidation. They are all key levels. And basic patterns, we're not going to get into that here. We could remove that because it doesn't need to be in volume 1. We're not going to complicate it. We need people and new traders, we need them to understand the foundational, the backbone, the, what is it called? The spinal cord. Spinal cord. La espina dorsal. Okay. The spinal cord of trade. Huh? The spine. We need to know what that spine is, because if you got that spine, everything else is just an add-on. It's just you're building off of what you already know. You're building off of a solid foundation, and that's the type of person I am. I want to build a solid foundation. Building that solid foundation takes time, but you're not going to regret it. You're going to love it. You're going to love the fact that you learned this, because with the solid foundation, you could actually learn anything else that's out there, and it's just an add-on. You could learn any concept that's out there, and it's just adding on to that backbone, that spine, that, you know, that foundational knowledge. So price action, right? Reading price charts like a pro. This is all about price charts. We have to talk about price action and then the quiz. So we have price action. I'm just gonna put it here like this, and if you hear my son crying, that's okay. That's, my wife is here, she'll take care of it. I'm not ignoring my son. Price action, shout out. Oh, I just want to make sure I write it correctly, so I'm just gonna cut that. So shout out cash. I'm gonna leave it here like this, of course. You know what? No, I don't have to do that. I could just put it here on the lecture. I could do, boom, shout out cash, and now I could keep this clean. Anybody that makes any type of contribution that goes on the course, you're like, I'm gonna shout you out. So for cash, I will I will shout her out or shout him out, whoever it is, on here. So that's my son is not he's not crying. He's like laughing and playing. He's running around. So lecture 16, prize action, and then we got the quiz, right? We got the quiz. Hi, baby. Then we got the quiz. This is gonna be called quiz. What's just gonna be called quiz? Let's go back to I didn't do a post quiz here, so just quiz. Quiz. So I think this is beautiful. Like this right here will help anybody that has been like watching my live streams and doesn't really understand the basics. This is solid. This is solid. Okay, so we have the quiz warm-up. They also have a warm-up quiz. Of course, the warm-up quiz is not done on everything, but I could do that later because we're not gonna stay stuck there. We're gonna do quiz. So warm-up quiz, and then an actual just a ending quiz. I put it on the wrong one. This thing, I hate this thing on Udemy. I'm not gonna lie, I do. It's just dumb. There it is. Futures market, warm-up quiz, and shout out to Santana. No, what's the Santana? I think it was Fernie. Fernie, my bad. Fernie. Fernie's the one who gave me this idea of doing the a warm-up quiz and then a quiz at the end to see how much they grew in that section. So warm-up quiz, basics, what is the futures market, how futures differ from stocks, forex options. Okay, we're gonna clean that up. But literally putting it all together, I definitely want them to have an assignment. So now we just gotta clean up what? Number 2 is cleaned up. Number 3 is cleaned up. Number 4, so we gotta clean up 4. 5 is cleaned up. 6 is cleaned up. And 7, 4 and 7. Let's get through 4 and then we go to 7. It's weird. I kind of like drinking my coffee like wine. Like I like to like taste it. I don't like to just drink it like water for some reason. Oh, because I like to taste it. Okay, let's keep going. We're almost there. Almost there. Let me know what y'all think. If you watch this later, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think that this is a solid course. I'm gonna share it with Discord. Let me see what they see. They can still see the same thing. Perfect. Okay, let's get through section 4. We're gonna do what we did earlier. Improve these section titles. Okay, futures market, introduction to the futures. market. I love this. I love this. Introduction to the futures market, because that's what it is. We're gonna have to enter learning objective later. But Papi, what happened? Introduction to the futures market. Quiz 5, that's fine. Futures market warm-up, I'm gonna leave it like that. Futures trading basics. Right, we speaking with property, like futures trading basics. What is the futures market? Looks like it's good. Perfect. It says, hold on, what is the futures market? And then 19, futures versus stocks, Forex and options. I like that, straight to the point. The pros and cons of futures trading. Margin and leverage in futures, explain. It's definitely important, especially because you don't want margin calls and when you're trading, but I'll talk about that in the course. Key futures contracts, ES, NQ, CL, GC. You gotta put GC. I'd rather put GC before I put anything else. That's gold. What do you even put ES and then just 3 dots like that, right? Key futures contracts and okay, how to read futures price charts. We don't need that here because we read it the same way. I guess ticks. Let me see, futures trading basics. Oh yeah, no, we don't need this because whatever is different, we're gonna talk about it here. But I will add on the vocabulary, we gotta add pips because at some point I'm sure I'm gonna mention it. Ticks. Okay, so how to read, yeah, we don't need that. I'm telling you, I'm trying to consolidate wherever I can. I'm trying to eliminate wherever I can because we don't need to make this any longer than it needs to be, any harder than it needs to be. No, it's volume 1. I want to get you from not knowing anything about trading. Like, all you got to know about is computers. As long as you know how to work a computer, that's it. We take you from there to knowing how to trade on demo and knowing how to just become better, right? So you know what, at the end I could talk about journaling here in final thoughts and next steps. I'll talk about journaling in here, so we don't need to create a whole lecture for that. And it could be basic journaling. Basic journaling. That's to improve while trading demo and getting ready for live trading or prop firm. Of course, it's a draft. We're just drafting right now. So section 4 again, pros and cons of futures margin. Okay, using okay, we're done with that. Using supply and demand concepts in futures. No, we don't need that because supply and demand is coming up next. So we delete that. Futures market. No. But maybe the quiz should be like this, like checkpoints. That's what they're gonna be, checkpoints. There we go. So I'm gonna take, I love that format. Checkpoint, yep. I love that format for the quiz. So, oh, no. Slow down, B. I had two friends who hated whenever I used that word or that letter. When I used the letter B. Pat Valley, still going at it. Respect. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, like, you challenged me and I'm taking that challenge, bro. You know what? In a way, I'm showing you how hard I go for the people that go hard, not just in trading, but the people that really join the community. So I'm providing value first, bro. Like, that's what it is. I'm gonna provide value. I'm gonna earn everything that I'm doing. I'm gonna earn it, bro. I did a basic lookup. I know he's a coach. He was for, I forgot now. I did look it up, a basketball coach. So I still gotta look up like his stats and all that, like not stats but like achievements. So, but I know he's a basketball coach, NBA coach. So from what I looked at, so I know what you mean when you call me Pat Riley. I know, bro, but I'm showing you, bro. I'm showing you that. Imagine you're not even part of the community yet. Imagine once you are part of the community, like we're not gonna leave you behind, bro. So we're going hard. We're gonna keep working at it until it's done. I think part one, let me show you, bro. It's almost done because this part one is gonna help you. Now that you're here, bro, real quick. It's gonna help you understand just everything, like from not knowing anything at all. Like you told me last time, you don't know anything at all. It's gonna take you from not knowing anything at all to be able to follow me, like to understand what it is that I'm doing, what I'm talking about on the live streams, but also on Discord. It's gonna help you trade on demo. That's pretty much as far as it's gonna go here. Obviously, you being part of the community, once you're ready to make that switch, it's simple. We do a one-on-one. That's all we gotta do. As soon as you're ready, we do a one-on-one. I just get you over to a live trading account or a prop firm account. So, and then I could do volume 2 for everybody. But yes, you said he won rings with the Lakers. Okay, won a ring with the New York and won rings with the Heat. Damn, bro. I'm not there yet, bro. I'm not there. I appreciate it. I think I'm on my way up. I'm working my way up. One of my kids asked me the other day, they asked me if, as a trader, if I'm better than the person that I learned from. And I said this, I said, look, as much as I want to think that possibly I am, I can't say that because I don't have the achievements just yet. But once my achievements, my results surpass whoever, then I could say that as a trader, I'm more accomplished at that point. So, but I can't say it not having the results just yet, right? We're working towards that. So I'm working towards really becoming the Pat Riley of trading, right? So, but I appreciate that, bro. But that's what we're doing. So, bro, real quick, look, welcome and getting started. We condensed it down to what you really need. We're working on section. Oh, hold on. This was checkpoint. Trading price chart. So look, bro, I know you probably seen it, but trading fundamentals, literally like the foundational trading vocabulary, bro. Like we're gonna break down vocabulary. Don't worry, it's not gonna look like this. It's all gonna be correct, like organized by time frames, confluence. We're gonna define every word that comes out of my mouth, like that we repeat. Then we're gonna define it here. You said, I'm reading the comments. You said, what's your advice on how I should do it? Should I do the course first and then the Discord, or both at the same time? I'll be honest with you, bro. I could put out the course. You could go through it. The problem is that if you go through it, which you can, but if you go through it without the Discord, you don't have 24/7 access to me. My wife could tell you right now, like if you're on my Discord and you're watching the course, bro, it could be 3 a.m. You have a question, you just add me. Like, I don't know if she knows how to work Discord that much. Babe, you know how to add? Como si fuese on Facebook. Like, if you add me on Discord, go ahead and add me. Like, just ask me a question. Like, how are you? My wife she's gonna show you. Like, we're gonna go through this, bro. If you add me, let's say at 3 a.m., and you have a question about the course, usually I wake up between, I'm not Ashton Hall, but I wake up between 3, 4. Sometimes if I went to bed late, it could be 5, right? I'm not perfect just yet, but I'm between 3 and 5. If you add me on Discord and I get a ping and I get a notification and you have a question, I'm gonna answer it, bro. If you want a one-on-one right then and there, I'm not saying I could always do it, but if you're going through the course and you're like, yo, you got 5 minutes for me real quick, bro, if I'm on my way to the gym, I'm gonna say, all right, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna have my AirPods and I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna answer your question, I'm gonna keep going to the gym. You have that type of access to me when you are part of the Discord, when you are part of the community. So I would say if it was me, of course it's my Discord, so you could think like, oh, he's just saying that because he wants me in. You could think that, and that's fair. Me, the type of person I am, and I showed y'all, bro, like, I invested in Discords before I was ready to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I invested in a Discord before I was ready to, but the Discord got me up to speed so freaking fast. I know I don't need to show you again. Like, you want me to do it? I'll do it. Like, I'm on my wife's phone. My wife is on the Discord. So look at this. This is what's gonna happen. Yes, it's gonna die. Okay, let me charge it. Watch this. I'm gonna show you on my phone and I'm gonna show you on Discord. So, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. I know I'm kind of like, I'm just showing you. So, okay, look, this is all I'm writing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, probably not, but I'm saying, hi, how are you? This is from my wife's cell phone. I'm gonna send it. So at Yo Heavy Trades, how are you? Look at this. Number 1, I got the notification right here, but I get the notification on my phone. I go on my phone. I see that. Hi, how are you? I'm gonna respond right away. Literally, like, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna respond. As soon as I see it. So I would say, if you really want, like, to have timely access to me, bro, you see, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that comment, message, and I'm gonna respond. I'm good. Boom. We have a channel for questions, right? Do I still have the questions channel? Or did I get rid of it? General, I have a general. Okay, general channel. You could ask questions here, or you could send me a direct message. You send me a direct message, I'm gonna answer. And if you need to get on a call with me, just go to direct messages and call me. Like, I have calls a few times. With Ashi, definitely we do one-on-ones. So I would say definitely join if you want to speed up your process, have access to me, right? I would say join it with the course. If you're not so pressed about it, like, now this is me without having any interest, right? Just distancing myself from the fact that I know I'm the best person to do this because I'm Pat Riley, bro. If you don't want to do it, watch the course first. Once you're ready, join the Discord. Up to you, bro. You're not obligated, but I'm Pat Riley, bro. You said it. So I'm just quoting you right now. Does that make sense though, bro? Does that make sense? And as you tell me if that makes sense or not. I know it was a little bit lengthy, but I want to make sure you know all of your options. So, and at the same time, I understand, like, because it's my Discord, of course there is a conflict of interest with me saying take your time, but at the same time I'm going to say, if you want to take your time, take your time. But I would definitely love to have you here. I would love you like literally like interacting with everybody, asking questions, and you show up every day. You show up every day to the live streams. So to me, it only makes sense. Don't be scared, bro. Like I was scared too. Like when I had to make the investment in the Discord I was in, I was a little bit scared at first, but then I was like, you know what? I have to invest. I have to invest. If I want to learn, I have to invest, right? I can't think that everything is going to be so easy. I have to put in the work. That's what I did. You said, yeah, I do trust you, especially since you're about the trade, not showing off with the money, and I like that. And I plan to continue doing that, bro. When I have showed off, anything has been my struggle. I know you've seen my channel. If I had showed off anything, it has been my struggle. Like me getting kicked out or evicted. It didn't go on record, right? But I left. But getting evicted from the apartment. Surrender, man. My wife, she knows the lingo. You know, we had to surrender. Babe, thank you. I'm gonna use it like that because I'm always like evicted, but not. We had to surrender, and that's what I show off. My struggle. Surrendering my apartment. You said I'm not scared of investing. I'm nervous that I won't get it. Bro, if you're nervous that you won't get it, the best thing you could do is join, because you're gonna have one-on-ones with me, bro. I wish Vashi was here right now, because she will tell you. You could think, let me do this. Hold on. Bro, I'm so serious. I'm even gonna just pause the music. Okay, let's pause the music. Oh, I didn't have to do it that way. Hold on, I could just turn it down. Okay, as I pause the music, you might hear dishes being washed. You might hear my baby on the background. Okay, you said you're not scared of the investing. You're nervous that you won't get it. I'm glad you opened up. I'm glad you said that, because my wife knows, and she'll tell you herself. I'm not going to get her on today because, you know, she's been great just letting me be on stream. If you feel stuck to the point where you're like, 1 hour is not enough, if you're on the Discord, and at least for now that I have 47 people, I don't have 4,000. I have 47. If you need like 2-3 hours on a Saturday, and I got to give you those 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to do it, because my job is to make sure that everybody that's part of the community, I'm giving them my best help, my best service. Like at the end of the day, that Discord is a service. I'm going to go all in. If you need 2 hours on like a Saturday, bro, like, or a Sunday, maybe, we'll schedule it. Hold on. Let me cough on a break screen. Okay, I didn't want to cough all in your ear. If you need 2 hours on a Saturday, on a Sunday, we'll schedule it. Like sometimes if it's like lengthy, we'll need to schedule it. But usually I schedule for the same week. So you don't have to feel, and it's not a contract, bro. Like if after 1 month, you're like, you know what? This is not for me. Trading is not for me. I respect that, bro. You just cancel and that's it. You gave yourself a chance for 1 month to see if it was for you or if it wasn't. I'm going to say something. You have been, hold on. I got to do this. I've been streaming for almost like all in all like 5 hours. So my throat is like okay. You have been showing up every day, bro, to the streams. Whether it's for a minute, 2 minutes, the whole stream. Number one, you have been showing up every day. You might feel like you don't get it because I'm explaining advanced concepts on the live streams. That's why I had to dial it down. My father-in-law told me, he called me and he said, you gotta, okay. He said, you have to like do something basic for people that don't know anything. Like, I love your content, but you got to do something basic for people like me that don't understand this. He told me that, and that's why I made the change to like, you know what? The advanced stuff, we're gonna keep it for Discord. On YouTube, we're gonna stay on the basic stuff to help beginners. So, give yourself a month. That's all I'm gonna say. Give yourself a month. Add me, DM me, send me messages on Discord. You want one-on-ones once a week during that month? We'll do it once a week, bro. No extra charge, like my wife is telling y'all. And if anybody would say, "Oh, you should charge extra," it's my wife. No extra charge. I don't know. Did you hear her, bro? I don't know. Did you hear her? I had to turn off the music. Well, turn down the music and everything because I'm serious. I'm putting my name on it. I'm putting my face, like everything. If you join and you're like, "Yo, this dude don't respond," I add him. I mean, I would say at least give me at most 24 hours, but promise you it shouldn't take that long. But if it's like 24 hours and I haven't responded and you hit me up again and I haven't responded, you could blast me, bro. Like, put me on blast. Put me on blast everywhere. Do Google reviews, YouTube, like do everything. Send bots to my channel, kill the channel. You could do all of that and I would deserve it. But I know the type of work I've been putting in, and I'm not even doing this. Oh yeah, you said you heard her. I'm not even, honestly, bro. I'm not saying this to convince you. You don't even have to join it if you don't want. I'm talking about the type of person I am. I'm speaking about. I know, bro. Like, I've helped so many people even before I was doing trading. Music is something I'll always do. Like the music on my channel, that's pretty much between me and my son right now. But I've helped so many people, even in music. I was just helping, just giving. I don't have a problem. So as long as it's just, I learn. My time is valuable. I have a son. Like right now, while I'm doing this, I'm not spending time with my son. So of course, I had to find somewhere. See, if I'm providing a service, I gotta monetize somewhere, so it's worth it for my family too. Like, that makes sense, right? I'm sure that makes sense to people. But after that, bro, you got my time, service, attention. If you want the link, I'm gonna send it one more time. I'm gonna send it here, no pressure. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I don't share the link. Yes, and that's the thing, bro. Like you said, either way, I can ask you on your live. You see other messages on here. That is true. The only difference is that I'm not always on live. That's the only thing. You may have to just wait. That's the only problem. You may just have to wait until the next day. Like, you may have a question at 1 p.m., but now you got to wait until the next live. I don't know, but I'm the type of person where I'm like, I'm desperate. Like, if I want to know something, and my wife knows, if I want to know something, I want to know now. Like, when I was on the other Discord, I was sending questions. The only thing I didn't like, it was a great Discord. I would do it all over again. Only thing I didn't like is that I didn't have the type of access to the mentor that I'm actually providing to the people that learn with me. That's it, because I had to wait like 3 days sometimes, understandably. There was over 1,000 traders there. So it's literally just by design. I couldn't have like access right then and there. We got 47 people. 47 traders. So I'm not going to talk about the Discord. I don't want you to feel like I'm selling it to you, like it's a hard sell. No. You know where it's at. You want to wait for the lives? That's perfectly fine. I will answer every single one of your questions, bro. We're here for that. Let's bring the music back. Let's bring the music back. Oh, it was back. I just had to turn it up. So, okay. Let's see. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss any of your comments. Oh yeah, what I was saying about the whole surrendering. That's the word. That's the word. I show off me struggling, surrendering my apartment. That's what I showed off. If I see that we have 3 people, so there might be somebody that hasn't watched that. If you haven't watched it, let me share it with you guys, because what I will show off is my story. That's literally what I want to show off. Is me struggling, working, and achieving something meaningful to provide for my family, to never be in a situation like that, to help others, because eventually I want to do that. I want to help others. That's definitely the point. And I see that we just got 2 more subscribers since the last stream. So we gotta do this. We gotta do this. I value every single person that puts their attention, their time, anybody that gives me an opportunity. You guys are giving me an opportunity. Santana, I appreciate you, whether you're part of the community or not. I appreciate you the same way, bro. Like, that's not gonna make me or break me. Like, whatever's in store for me is already there for me. I just gotta keep believing, having faith, and working for it. So, all right, let me show y'all. This is where it's at. Videos. This is what I show off. I showed off my first 5K raise. I gotta do a second one. I had surgery like 2 days. Was it 2 days or 1 day before the last one this year? 2 days, so I couldn't do it. My wife did not let me. I had a surgery like on my leg, and imagine, like, I had a surgery on my leg and I had to run in like 2 days. I was gonna do it. I told her, I said, I'm gonna walk. And one of my kids was like, the minute or the moment you see somebody blow past you, you're gonna take off. They know me. They know me too well, because that's what I would do. But look, I showed off my first 5K raise. And from losing my apartment, maybe I should put from surrendering. Let me change the title, because that's the right word. From surrendering. Babe, you should be working on my YouTube then if you like. My wife works very hard. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I learned work ethic too from her. Like, her work ethic is crazy. It's like her mom. Like, my mother-in-law, she has great work ethic. So I definitely learned from them too. From surrendering my apartment. In New Jersey to moving to Florida. Vlog number 2. This is what I show off. And this is my plan. Like, I do plan on doing vlogs like this, showing. But if you see, even here, from surrendering my apartment, the struggle, to moving to Florida, to a success, like, it's always gonna be complete. And if I haven't done a vlog like this, it's because I'm in the process. So let me share this with you guys so you could have it. Let me see. You said I'm already committed to the course and Discord. When you drop it, I'll do both at the same time. That's perfect, bro. I'm planning on dropping it like no later than this week. I might surprise you, bro. At the rate that I'm working, it might be out by like Monday night. Who knows? Who knows, bro? Look, Santana, you probably saw it, but that's what I show off. That's what I show off. My struggle to a success. And these are like things that people go through. So I pray I never become that type of person that's like showing off money. Like, no, if anything, I want to show off, like, and you really, how can I say this? It's kind of low to show off like helping people. So I don't even know if I'm even gonna do that. Like, even when I help people, I don't like putting them on camera, because I feel like that's degrading to them. If I'm just like showing off that I'm helping you and you're in need, I don't know. But at the same time, I like the message that it sends. So if there is a way to marry the two, I'll do that. But let's continue with the course. So Santana already said it. It's your word, bro. It's your word. As soon as the course drops, he commits to both the course and the Discord. So talking about the course, it's pretty much, we're almost done. At least we're almost done with this. I'm gonna come back around like 11, 12 maybe. As soon as my queen goes to sleep. Let me look at her. She gave me the look. As soon as she goes to sleep, and my son, because my son doesn't like going to sleep if I'm not sleeping. We have 5 people in their life. Come on, that deserves a round of applause. We're working on the trading course. We're almost done with the structure. Like, this is final. Like, yes, we worked on the structure before, but we're cleaning it up. We remove all the fat and we got the muscle. This right here is my swag. Okay. You guys probably didn't get that. Yeah. Are you guys Gen Z? Because if you guys are Gen Z, you guys probably didn't get it. You got it, babe? You didn't get it? This right here is my swag. Oh my God, babe, you know it. If anybody got it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. But okay, we're just cleaning it up. This is final. Section 1, this is final like this. Well, the only thing was the quizzes, the checkpoint. Trading fundamentals for complete beginners. Checkpoint. Checkpoint, right? Checkpoint, reading price charts like a pro, checkpoint. Those are the quizzes. Futures market, checkpoint. And here, introduction to supply and demand, checkpoint. Like everything structured. Hey, Santana, you got it, bro. That is Soldier Boy. I think I said it right, but even if I didn't say it right, the cadence was there. This right here is my swag. I think I got it perfect. That's Soldier Boy. You got it. Bro, you gotta be my generation. I'm not old. I'm not Unk status yet. I don't think I'm. One of my kids calls me Unk, and I hate it because I'm not Unk yet. I'm not. Am I Unk? You know what? I'm not even gonna get that started because then you guys are gonna run with that. I'd rather be called Pat Riley than Unk. So y'all could just call me Pat Riley. Okay, introduction to supply and demand. I'm a millennial. Yes. Technically, that's the question. Are millennials Unks? Are millennials Unks? I'm gonna ask on Instagram too. Are millennials considered Unks? Because even I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of millennials being called. Oh, I'm a millennial too, like an early, not late. What is it? A young. I'm gonna say young millennial. So I'm definitely a young millennial. I guess to some kids, Gen Z, we might be considered Unks. So. Introduction to supply and demand, checkpoint. Okay, and then we gotta put, yeah, this, we could leave it here. The assignment, we could do it after you do the quiz. Like, you do a quiz, so putting it all together, live chart examples in the market. And Santana, you're here now, so you're seeing the structure. You could kind of like just prime yourself to understand that it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, but you got it, bro. You got it. You're gonna have my help. Even if you weren't to join the community, you come to the lives, ask questions, I got you. But of course, when you say you were born in the 90s, they look at you crazy. They do. They make it seem like it's the 1800s. They make it seem like it's the 1800s. It's not. But they make it seem like that. Hold on real quick. Okay. One more quiz. High probability setups, low probability, checkpoint. And we don't do a checkpoint. So Santana, there is 7 sections. Put it in your mind that is gonna be. So trading fundamentals for complete beginners, bro. I'm gonna catch you right here. And yeah, you got that reference because you're a millennial just like me. So section 3, reading price charts reading price charts like a pro, bro. Like, you're gonna be able to look at this and understand what you're looking at. That's literally, you're gonna understand what you're looking at 100%, no doubt, no anxiety about it. No, I'm not saying you start like, no, but I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna be anxious about it. So reading price charts like a pro, we're gonna talk about that. Introduction to the futures market. So when you hear me talking about futures contracts, you know what's going on. Introduction to supply and demand, my main strategy. That's the bread and butter. Like, once you watch this whole course and go through it and study it and practice, you're gonna be able to go back to my 40-something live streams and understand what I was doing in every one. So you have so much content, bro, to really to get to. Bro, like, I can't guarantee anything. That's why I'm kind of like watching my words. I can't guarantee anything. Let's start there. but I think you'll be way more confident. I will say that. I think as a trader, you will be very confident once you go through this and practice and go through all of the content with fresh eyes. Introduction to supply and demand. Putting it all together. So once we talk about all of that, we're going to put it all together. High probability setups, low probability setups. Okay, this is the checkpoint. And that's it. Okay, so we just had to clean section 4. We're almost there. Oh, that was it. So section 4 is done, right? Applying supply and demand futures. I got rid of that because it's coming up. How to read futures, price charts. It's the same thing, so I got rid of that. So section 4 is clean. Final. Section 4 is final. Section 3, final. Section 2, final. Section 1, final. After this, what I will be working on tonight, when I come back, I should be coming back. If I'm tired or whatever, like it's been a long day, if I was not to come back, I'll make a post. Just make sure you're looking at it. But I think I got it in me. Yeah, I thought my wife said something, but she's just talking to my son. Which, by the way, tonight or today was my son's last T-ball practice. He got this. Let me show y'all. He got this right here. So last day of his T-ball practices, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time they told us that, you know, that they were gonna have the last T-ball practice, like, I don't know why, but my hydraulic system, hydraulic system around the eyes, they started working a little bit, like they just turned on, and yeah, there was a little bit of moisture around the eyelids, you know, the eyeball, like, I don't know, it was a little bit moist. So yeah, but he did great. He's actually practicing right now with his mom, and he practiced with me too. He has supportive parents, and we're just gonna go up from here. I'm not stopping. Like, if y'all think I'm stopping, I am not stopping. Look at this handsome boy. Come here, Poppy. Look at this handsome boy. Come here, Poppy. Show them. Look, look, say hi right here. Oh, he has a green shirt, so of course you won't see. You just see his head and his head. He has a stomach and chest and everything. Come here, look at it, babe. You just see him floating with a head and arms. It's like not connected anywhere. And a lot of you, that's how your trading knowledge is. It's not connected. It's all discombobulated. With this course, we are gonna connect the dots. We're gonna connect the body parts, right? We're gonna connect the whole. But there you go. Hey, there you go. That boy right there. Thank you, papi. Dame beso. Mwah. Go with mommy. Dale, go play with mommy. Take this ball. If y'all think I was gonna quit, you are crazy. That boy right there is gonna see, by the time he has enough conscience to realize what I was doing, he's gonna realize that he had a father who never quit, who took adversity and laughed at it and cried with, you know, sometimes you gotta let one or two out. But he's gonna see somebody who never quit for him. I brought him to this world, hitting ass to be born, and I'm gonna do this for him, for my wife, for my kids, for my whole family. So let's continue. I'm just showing y'all why I'm the way I am. Y'all, if you see a Lambo or something, it's because, you know, I'm putting my son in there. If it's rented, I'm gonna say, look, I did have enough to rent a Lambo. It's rented. If it's mine, you guys might find out, but I'm not gonna brag. I'm just gonna say, look, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I did drive a Lambo. I liked it. I loved it. I don't know if I could spend all that money on it. Raman Sidhu. First of all, Raman, thank you for joining the live. You said I have been trading for almost 1 year, but still learning. Raman, first of all, thank you. Thank you for being on this live. Real quick, subscribe to the channel. There is a lot of value on this channel. I have over 40 live streams. I just started too. Like, I literally just started live streaming a few weeks ago. There's over 40 live streams. I have a bunch of videos. It's all about trading psychology. There is a lot that you could get from this channel. Definitely like the video, subscribe, bro. Like, any questions you have, let me know. I'm live streaming every Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning, New York time, 8:30 to 9. Live streaming here for free. You don't pay for anything. Every day, ask questions. Bro, like, how did you find me? Did YouTube suggest the video to you? Like, did it recommend the video to you? Let me know. If you could at least let me know that. That's gonna let me know that YouTube is on our side, that YouTube is pushing the channel, that YouTube sees that there is value in this content, and we just gotta double down. If you let me know how you found the channel, I'm telling you, I'm just gonna double down. I don't know if you guys peep, but I am doubling down. But all right, let's finish up. As Rahman tells me, if he's still around, let me know. As he tells me, I'm gonna continue. I'm looking at the comments. Santana, okay, I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Santana said, when you learn the charts and strategies, can you pretty much do anything, or is everything different and have to learn each one? No, real quick. I'm gonna answer that. Let me just look at Rahman. Your video just showed up on my YouTube. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for letting me know. That lets me know that YouTube finds value in this content. Bro, it's not easy. It's not easy to land on the algorithm, even to be tested, for YouTube to test your channel. So thank you, bro. If you could subscribe, give me a chance. All I ask is that you give me a chance. Give me 30 days. See if you like the content. See if you like the live streams. But yeah, my son is having fun. I'm sure you're gonna hear him. It's okay. It's okay. Give me a chance to provide value. If after 30 days I didn't provide enough value, bro, unsubscribe. You don't have to watch me again. I will still thank you for giving me an opportunity. Santana, when you learn the charts and strategies, you could use them on all of these markets. I learned supply and demand in Forex. When I started learning Forex, I learned supply and demand. Then I had to stop trading Forex because of everything that happened in the market. We could get into that later. I thought I was done trading. I was like, damn, like, it's pointless now. Regulations messed it up for traders in the United States, put it that way. But then everybody if I was not on Discord, I probably would have quit. But I was on another Discord, right? Not using the name, not because I don't want to give credit. I don't want to come up off of nobody else. I respect their work. I saw everybody talking about futures. And I was resistant. I was hesitant because I was like, damn, like, I just learned supply and demand. I put in all this work. It all went to waste. What am I going to do? Everybody told me, no, like, you could still trade supply and demand. All you got to learn is the lingo, the language, the differences. That's it. That's all you have to learn. And it's a lot easier. Okay, we're not going to get into the pros and cons. Whatever you're learning with me, bro, it works on all of these markets. This is the backbone. This is the spine. This is great whether you end up trading options, like all that stuff. Whatever you trade, crypto, is still gonna work. You're not gonna waste your time with my course. It's not. I don't like wasting people's time. I've lost people in my family, bro. I lost my mom. I lost, like, literally my uncles. Actually, I've lost 2 uncles. I lost my aunt. I know how valuable time is because I lost people. So when you see me on YouTube, it's not because I want to waste my time. It's because I want to leave a mark on this world. When I leave, hopefully in 100 years, hopefully in a very long time, I pray I'm able to see my son, grow up. Hold on. I hope I get to see my son grow up, of course, get married. I hope I can see my grandsons. I hope all of that. I'm working on my health. I'm putting my life in God's hands, right? but I'm not wasting time. I'm here. We're pretty much here 3 hours. I'm not doing this because I want to waste my time or your time. I'm doing this because I want to impact somebody. I'm doing this because if I could help at least one person change their financial life, that alone made everything worth it for me. So you know what? Everything is pretty much done. I'm gonna finish this later. I'm gonna go. My wife is ready. She's next to me, so I know that's the key. You gotta finish. You gotta cut it, right, babe? Is that the key? Yeah. We gotta go. We're gonna do something nice. I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna finish off cleaning 7. What was it? 7. Whichever one it is. All I'm gonna do is just clean it up on ChatGPT. That's it. So you're not gonna miss anything. I'm gonna come back and work on the lectures. And pretty much, Santana, if you're still here, you're pretty much already gonna start learning. So if you want, bro, Santana, if you wanna join, like if you're gonna be watching the live stream, you could even ask questions, right? Technically, you're already watching the course, so I don't know. It's up to you. Let me read the last comments and I'm out. I want to do options and futures. Great, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think once you're gonna learn futures with me. Options, you're probably gonna learn it elsewhere. Of course, I'm gonna do the intro, but I think because I looked into options and futures, bro. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it now. You're gonna be the judge. You might just be better at options, so I'm not discouraging you. I just love futures, but you could do both too. Nothing wrong with that. Are you trading with your own capital or using platforms? Both. I have my own live futures account. I have an account with Tradeovate. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not affiliated. I don't make money from saying their name, but I have a live account. Look, I'll show you here. This one is my live account, and this is my Top Step account. I'm not affiliated. Don't make money with them, but this is my live account. And when I click on this one, this is my, this is my Top Step. You see Top Step right there. So I got both. I'm playing, with the live account. It's like if I make some money and I could withdraw the same day, that's what I'm doing. That helps me feed my family, pay bills, right? But this one is the one that's helping me grow too, my life account. That's the purpose. That's what we're doing. So, all right, Pat Riley, enjoy your weekend. All right, I'm out. Rahman, thank you for joining. Santana, thank you for joining. I will be back probably around 11, 12 tonight. So it's 8:41 where I'm at right now. So maybe in 3-4 hours, I might be back. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. This is Yo Javi. The world is yours.